Right. Thank you very much for coming in, bro, and spending some time. I know you're a busy man and stuff like that, so thank you
Oh,
very much.
thank you for having me. I'm not that busy.
We're gonna just have a little chat. We'll go over some shoes, some stuff like that, your collection, how it all got started, and I'm sure we'll go off on some tangents as
Yeah,
well.
definitely. I'm good at that.
So how I'd like to start is how your love for shoes started. Get right into it from the start.
So my dad had a office in Soho when I was a kid, and like I think just being around there at that time, I guess it must have been like late 90s. Is that your door?
Probably.
Nice. People trying to come in.
Yeah.
They want the Yeezys.
I can't wait.
Yeah. And then there's a guy at my school. I think I don't know if this is true, but someone said he now works for like Billionaire Boys Club.
Yeah.
But he put me on to all the shops, and it was, yeah, after that
From young, how young was that?
I was probably about 14. He took me to there's a legendary shop in London. It's closed now, called Probito's.
Yeah.
And it used to sell like the Pat and Mosh and Iceberg
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
And then took me to a shop called Major Flavors, which had it was in the back of like a corner shop in Central Point in Tottenham Court Road. And they had they had vinyls, but they also had sick trainers.
Yeah.
Which I think, yeah, they had a shop in Soho eventually. But yeah, that was what got me into it. And Foot Patrol, before it was owned by JD, used to have this shop in Soho with all the shoes in the cages. And I remember going past there with my dad and being like,
Yeah, I want that.
I want to go. I wasn't allowed, but I want to go in there.
That's how it all starts, though, isn't it? Like, you see other people wearing shoes. Like, for me, it was when I was probably 12, 13, when the TNs and the 110s come out in 95, 99, around that sort of age, and seeing people wearing them and not being able to have them.
Yeah,
makes you want them more.
Same. Or for me, I had to go to Clapham Junction to get them. And that was being 14, 15, that was risky. That was, you might get robbed.
Similar. In Birmingham, you got the ramp where Foot Locker used to be.
Yeah.
And you used to have to literally get your TNs, wait for someone else to get robbed so you could run past all the lads so you can get down there, skate and get away with
Is that
your
going
pair.
into the train station?
Yeah, the old train station on the ramp there, yeah.
Yeah.
So probably a similar sort of scenario.
Yeah, it was and you had to be a little bit brave to wear them.
Yeah.
I remember this guy from my area. He was a bit of a G. His name was, his graffiti name was Smack. I remember one time I was on the bus and he was he asked me what size I was, and I was like, oh,
Please not your size.
For fuck's sake. But then my feet were too small.
Was it?
So yeah, he left it. Yeah.
Bonus of having smaller feet.
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing.
What was the first pair of shoes that you can remember thinking, oh my God?
I don't like them now, but I forgot what they're called. They've just got air written on them.
Yeah, the up-tempos,
Up tempos, that's it. Yeah, my friend had them in school, and I remember just walking into the playground and seeing them and being like, wow, primary school, what are they? They're the sickest things I've ever seen. There were pumps before that, which I did like, but they were yeah,
that's what I got it in.
I need them. That's character defining shit.
I think the first ones for me was the Air Max 98 in the red, white and blue colourway. I think it was one of the first ones that come out, but I got them when I was in Dubai, one of the shopping malls, and I just got into the running team. So my mum said, I'll treat you to a new pair of trainers. And
perfect.
I was like, yo, these are probably not the best for running, but I'm having them, I'm taking the opportunity, I'm running with it. So yeah, that was the first thing for me. And then it obviously, as I got a bit older, it was the 95s because all the older boys had them, and the TNs and stuff like that.
It was for me, it was at school, it was it sort of symbolized what music you're into, what your tribe is.
Yeah.
And 95s were very much because they were 110, but the TNs were 120, 125, and that extra £10 was
Back
a lot.
Then, yeah.
So it was okay, I can probably, for a birthday situation, get a pair of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one time I went to America, my mum, because I was well behaved on the flight, she was like, okay, I'll get you some trainers. And I was like, yes, we're going Foot Locker. And I got 110s.
Nice.
Yeah, they were disgusting. They were like silver. Yeah.
And then streetwear and stuff like that, you said from the age of 14 you was onto all that, so have you been following that all the way through?
Yeah, I think so. It to some extent, like the same guy, his name's Abid, he deserves a shout out because he was kind of like the style guy of our school, I guess, but he was like massive, like way ahead, like queuing up at Bape before Bape was like a mainstream thing. There was one shop in Soho Square, like he would do the camping out before it was, I guess, a thing. To get like certain, because I think it's like an obsession with like Pharrell was a thing for me as well, and wanting to like have, you know, the stuff that he had, and like even now, like Pharrell will probably wears clothes I've never heard of, brands I've never heard of, but we just, you know, I don't know, just wanted to fit in. Or be cool. Or be like, I'm cool and different, and I like Pharrell.
For me, I've growing up, I was just all really Nike. Really, it's only the last sort of 10 years that I've sort of started into like the streetwear scene, and then obviously opening these stores opened my mind even more up to everything that's out there. Because I've always been passionate about trainers, but when we was in lockdown, I had a barber shop, so I got, I think it was 10 or 14,000 from the government as like the small business loans and stuff like this. And I thought, what can I do to create a business within the business?
That's good.
So I spent that on shoes, selling them in the barber shop. And before I knew it, I think we'd turned that over to 5 or 6 times what it was.
Sick.
But we was doing that from outlets. So then we started doing that and coming into the rarer shoes to get to where we are today.
Yeah, that was probably the peak. I feel like Sakai era was the peak of
the
maybe resale. Like even the shit ones were going for like £500 a pair.
Pandas were going for, I think, 220s, 300 some places at some point.
That's crazy.
But the market in the minute is a bit low. Like the last year stuff that was up there is now gone down. Why do you think that is at the minute?
Just saturated it. Like before, I feel like if you had, like it was, I keep saying this word, but it's like a tribal thing. It was like if you had, let's say, a Stussy Air Max, that would not come around a lot, these collabs, and it would be like, oh, sick.
That's hard.
Yeah. Wow. How did you get them? And it's lost the kind of magic. I feel there's like so many collabs, like it's insane, to the point where I'm not interested in it. I just want like now old school, like 95s or like classic, timeless Air Max 1s, stuff like that.
Yeah, we touched on that a little bit earlier, didn't we? About, obviously, I was saying the same. I'm getting rid of the bigger bulk of my collection now to go back and find the gems, the ones that I really want to wear, rather than getting caught up in this whirlwind of our 4s are the ones to wear. And I fell into that. I bought a lot of pairs of 4s, and they are beautiful shoes, but they're just not me. So you have to stay true to yourself, don't you? And
I think so, because it does come around, like that thing that you originally had like love for, like the 95 or TN. Like it's a timeless trainer, I think. And they're the ones, like Jordans are, but it gets saturated. Like my nephews love Jordan 1s and 4s, and they're young, like I understand. Like, but as soon as they started wearing them, I was like, nope, I'm out of this. Like when they know about it more than me, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna move on from this.
I think years ago as well, it was quite regional, because me from Birmingham, growing up, I didn't really see people wearing Jordans and stuff like that. It was more Air Max. And then when I was sort of going on holiday or moved away when I was younger in the army and stuff like that, you start to see these other shoes and get involved in them. But yeah, I think before it was regional, but now they're just everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah,
with social media and stuff like that.
Definitely, the world's a lot smaller, and Jordans and basketball trainers are definitely like a very American thing. Like I don't think Jordans have ever really been big here. Like even when they first came out, there's probably some like early hip hop, big city underground rap dudes that loved it.
Or actual basketball fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Or people playing ball.
Yeah, who valued them. But I liked them when I saw like Kanye wearing them, like maybe when he like had his Dark Twisted Fantasy album out, and I was like, yeah, I like this. I like the infrared. I think they're 7s, and the Jordan. I always like Jordan 3s. Yeah. I don't know why. I think there was another cool guy at my school called Tim, and he was like part of this cool gang, and he would have them, and I was like, yeah, they're kind of sick actually.
I need to be like him.
Yeah, I want to be like Tim and Abid, basically.
Do you think Nike have struggled as well to sort of create a classic Air Max silhouette as well? Because for me, since the TN and the 95, I know you got the 98, the Tailwind, stuff like that, but there's nothing that's really stuck like those two silhouettes, is there really?
That's true, yeah.
The DN's just come out.
Yeah.
What do you think of them?
Yeah, I don't know. They're not for me.
I've tried them on, and to be fair, they are comfy, but when you look down, you think you've got a TN on, you get a bit excited, and then you look to the side and realise
like some weird circles.
Yeah.
Yeah, although I am like 39 now, so I'm deeply into comfort.
I know.
I wear Asics.
Do you?
A lot. Yeah, I've got these ones I bought for running, and the other day I was like, I'm just going to wear them out.
So I was going to touch on that. Do you just stick with Nike, or have you actually now branched out? Because like myself, I've started to branch out into some SBs, some New Balance. I think they're the ones with the weird shape on there. I don't even know the names of them.
Yeah.
A bit bad, really.
No, I know the ones you mean.
But they're so comfy.
The numbers. Yeah, they're sick.
But I like to match clothes with clothes, so I'd have to then... I've got to then start purchasing bare New Balance clothes if I want to start buying the trainers. Do you know what I mean?
I do sometimes think like, I might get into Adidas more, but then like you said, I don't have enough. I don't even have Adidas socks really.
That's what I mean. You can't. You'd have to do that. You'd have to get the socks, the shorts. That's why I've got, I think, one pair of Yeezys, and I've never wore them because you'd have to go
can't match it up.
Yeah, get some Adidas gear, or what do you do? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the same. I do like. I have New Balance, which I like. I've got a few pairs of them. I love Clarks, like Wallabies and stuff, when I'm pretending to be mature.
Yeah. How did that make you feel when you got that the collab with?
Yeah, sick. There's a guy, the boss man called James there, and he's a fan of the show, and like we've done some content with them and stuff, and he's just a super cool guy. And then one day he suggested it, and we were like, yes, definitely.
Sick.
Yeah. And then went in and to like, we sort of had a concept and told it to them, and they were like, okay, bits of it were ridiculous, but like,
gotta try.
We wanted to have like a weed compartment, I think, and a bag attached to them. And shit. But they smashed it.
Yeah, they did. Sick.
Yeah,
iconic, and so much has led from that show, hasn't it? From the initial, people just do nothing.
Yeah, it never dies.
I know a little bit myself how you guys like sort of got together, but can you just give us a little snippet for the the viewers?
Like basically we were all just like, Steve is my neighbour, Seeper Grinder was like, one of my closest friends. Same with Asim. But like, I guess I did music with Seeper, I did music with Asim, so they were sort of fairly familiar with one another. And Steve was my neighbour growing up. Also, sick on fashion early days. Like,
really?
He put me on to a lot of the like Dunks and Jordans as well, Jordan 7s. Yeah, he was tapped in. Trucker hats, oversized shit, and then he went to uni and got a bit more classy. And I didn't.
Sophisticated.
Yeah, but and then we had an idea. Me and Seeper had like, similar to the Clark shoe, like a very basic shit idea, and told it to Steve, and he sort of, found a way of making it
into something.
Yeah, like collectively we did, and then Asim filmed it, and Asim used to do a character loosely based on his dad that we do play in Xbox Online, and then one day he shot that, and then it got found by this guy called John Petrie who worked at a production company called Rough Cut, who had Asher Tyler that did The Office, and then they were like, yeah, it's a good idea, it needs a lot of work, but there's something in it. And then, you know, we did it basically, in short. Yeah.
Did you know you could act before you did it?
No, I still don't.
Mate, you're so funny. Like, I've said to you before, when you come in the shop, when you come in, I have to keep my cool, because I am a big fan, and I love that show, and I love your acting, honestly. Yeah, just the way that you say things and the looks after you do things, and it's just genius, bro, honestly.
Oh, thank you.
It is really good.
I don't know what I'm doing.
But you do. It must just be natural then that it came to you, but yeah, you are very,
I've had
very
some
good.
bad, I've had it backfire massively, acting things. But I think with time you figure out what your strengths are.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm not bang on lines. I'm not like verbatim gonna do every line. Yeah, you figure out what you're good at, I think, as you get deeper into the rabbit hole of stuff. Like, okay, I've got to learn these lines, but sometimes like good directors and stuff it's like a good music producer or something. They know like what your strengths are and like try to get you to lean on them.
Yeah, and play to them.
Yeah, exactly.
And do you prefer acting or do you prefer the music side of it? Because obviously when you first watch the show, you don't really know anything about you guys, and you just presume that you're actors that have learned how to do music.
Yeah,
but in effect, it was you're musicians and you're learning on the job how to act.
Yeah, I don't have I just like just doing sick stuff, really, and I'm very fortunate that at times I can do that. But I don't have like a preference or favourite. I just like to
do both whenever you want.
Yeah, just things that are exciting and fun. Yeah.
Well done, man. You've done really well.
Oh, thanks.
And
sometimes.
Leading on from that, obviously, then the series turned into a film.
Yeah.
And then you had the opportunity to go out to Japan. What was that
sick.
like? I bet that was crazy.
It's a sick place, man. It's crazy. It's like you're living in a sci-fi film with amazing food, and like you're the worst dressed people in the whole country, and you get back into bathing ape. That's basically No, it's a lot more to it than that, but it's a sick place, man. We're very lucky to be out there and film, and just get, because when you like, you know, if you go somewhere as a tourist, you're not going to go into like a sky rise office and like, I don't know, be around, I guess, people that live there and film in like where people live, and because you'll just see the tourist areas. It's like if you go to London on holiday, you're not going to go to like Brentford. There's no reason to go there. But,
so you've seen a bit more of the culture then?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But without understanding a single word that they say.
Was the show popular out there?
They have no idea who we are. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that actually had fans out there, so that's why you went out there.
No, not at all. No one knew who we were. But rugby was on World Cup, so there was like some English people.
There's a lot of English people there.
Yeah, so that was weird.
Yeah, I bet that was a mad experience, man.
Yeah, walking down like the middle, like it all looks very similar because of the lights and just the way it's kind of set out, and just someone will come.
They don't sleep either, do they? They're just non-stop out there.
They work hard.
Yeah, man.
They do. There's like, some of it's mad. Like if your boss goes out drinking, you have to go out drinking, and you can't stop until your boss.
Yeah, their work culture's crazy. Isn't it? They have to do like 16-hour days is expected as norm and stuff like that.
Yeah, you see like businessmen sleeping by doorways, and
it's so safe out there apparently as well, isn't it? Like, you can leave your wallet next to you, go to sleep on the floor.
Yeah, you can have a Rolex like and your laptop out there. No one would
touch it.
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Compared to the country we live in.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to do that here, would
man,
you, mate?
You get a Rambo knife.
Jesus Christ.
You need a Everyone needs a Rambo.
No, they don't.
No, definitely don't.
Also, as well, I've read up that you've done a bit of songwriting for quite a few famous people as well. Is that true?
Yeah, that's what I used to do before, and at the beginning of People Just Do Nothing.
Oh, so you was already doing...
Yeah.
Doing bits?
Kind of, yeah. Like, weirdly, I used to sort of always made rap beats.
Yeah.
And like very long story short, like one of the beat CDs that me and my friend had made together, Emily Sande heard one of the beats and sang Heaven over it.
Sick.
And then
so that was your beat?
Yeah. And then from there we did Next to Me in a bedroom in Brentford. And then we got a studio and then worked with other people. Yeah. Like.
Sick.
Sam Smith.
Yeah, Sam Smith I've got on there. Leona Lewis.
Yeah. Yeah.
No way, that's crazy.
Well, Emily would write to our songs sometimes, and that was one of them. There's a guy called Naughty Boy.
Yeah.
He like really believed in us and stuff, and like brought us into, I guess, his kind of camp a little bit, and we would like sort of be part of the finishing process of some of his songs as well. Yeah. Is a polite way of saying it. Don't put that in there.
Yeah, because I bet a lot of people don't realise that about yourself. Obviously, they're...
No, but I think that with music producers, like, generally, like, that's the whole kind of point. Like, you're not... No one cares who made the beat, really, unless you're like Kanye or Pharrell or, I don't know, someone else. Shy Effects or whoever.
Funny. Right then, I want to touch over the streetwear scene and how where we're at today, and some of the brands that we've got going, and what you think of them. So, start with Supreme. So obviously, Supreme's been around for a long time, but how do you feel it is at the moment? It's up, it's down. I feel it's coming. I've always liked it, and I always wear it, but it's sort of, people think it goes up and down, and it's starting to come back a little bit now with the resale.
Yeah, it's a staple. It's like Levi's, Nike, Supreme. Like, I don't think it's going anywhere. It's good quality stuff. Like, even if you just want like some decent boxer shorts or a white t-shirt, but then they do have occasionally something that shuts the whole internet and the world down. But no, I don't. I like Supreme.
Well, you think they collaborate, every week they have a different collaboration, so everything they do is never going to be on point, and not going to be for everybody's taste, is it?
You got to like be able to, I guess, the internet helps, but like when something comes out, I guess if you're a reseller, you got to be like, okay, it's not like early Supreme with the North Face and this stuff, like
selective now.
You got to know what's going to bang, and then I guess take the risk on buying a few of them. Yeah. But I love Supreme.
Yeah, me. Palace as well.
Yeah, I love
Palace. Yeah,
that's probably one of my favourite.
Is it? Yeah.
Streetwear brands. Yeah, definitely.
What would you say your top 3 would be then at the minute, or just in general?
Top 3 brands I wear are like Nike, Palace, and that's probably it. Palace is sick. I don't know. They're super British, but somehow they're massive around the world. They do cool, interesting things. Their branding, not that I am into branding, but it's really good. I think they're...
I'll take my jacket off this next bit as well, because I'm probably going to sound like a bit of a hypocrite, but I will explain.
Okay.
Right, Cortez, sick, like, for British culture. I feel like I'm too old to like, I can't really have anything like, like Alcatraz on my crotch. That's what I was going to say, or crotch rider like logos, man. I don't know how that's become a fashion, man, having things on your dick. Like.
It's because of Billionaire Boys Club, right?
Was it ice cream?
Ice cream, that's it, yeah. Because of ice cream, I feel that's, like, yes.
If it's your thing, it's
not. I don't own any Cortez, but their 95s were sick. Yeah, I wish I had them.
Some of their stuff I really like. Like this T-shirt I've got, I bought because it reminds me of like the cartoons when we was younger, like the Roadrunner and that the fighting.
Yeah, sick.
So I bought it. There's a Dan Headbutt classic moment in history. I bought that. Yeah. But a lot of it I don't really rock with, and I think Clint's a bit of a prick as well, to be honest. I don't know. He seems very arrogant and against resellers.
Is he?
He got into the game by doing a workshop for Nike, putting shoes together, learn how to do that. and you got a chance to buy a pair of off-white Chicagos, and he got 2 pairs.
Yeah.
Sold them for $3,000.
Yeah.
And then started his Cortez business.
Okay.
So for me, how can you be like so against resellers? I don't know if it's because it's his personal brand or he's attached to it, or
maybe
it's just a bit of a.
Maybe he's trying to, you know, on that Kanye, like, make it affordable for people. Like, don't be, like, you know, some of these brands are crazy money.
Yeah.
And like, how can a normal kid with a normal family, even like a tech pack, it's like
they're
£200.
Like $220s.
Yeah, and that's like, that's not normal.
No.
Like, how can someone with, I don't know, a normal, let's say, factory, I don't know.
Inflation, everything's going up, but people's wages are staying the same.
And
so
the pressure on like parents,
it's
or like young people, and that's why there's all this like fast fashion stuff, because people can't afford like, you know, like a tech pack. You get a Primark tech pack for like 30 quid. Yeah. And so I get it.
That's why I think a lot of there's been a boom in the sale of used shoes. Like for me, growing up, or even 10 years ago, I would never have thought of putting my foot in a shoe next man's had his foot in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I have bought like the ones I've got on my feet now. These were worn once, all nibs visible. I paid $325 instead of what, $600-700 they're going for dead stock now.
They were one of the big shoes that changed the landscape of, I think, reselling and trainers.
And they're just iconic, aren't they? And
yeah, they're
like
sick.
They are a piece of
He's
art.
He's a
in
G
my
as
eyes.
well.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever done something that's hit.
He hasn't.
As much since that.
No.
But I'm glad he did it, and I'm glad I've got it.
Yeah, they're hard. Steve, my friend Steve, gave those to his brother, and his brother just had no idea what they were. Just like played football in them. Yeah. But it's kind of sick.
Yeah, it's good to see people enjoy the shoes. Like
I do that with my dad. He's got Yeezys
and
Stussy stuff. Yeah,
he's out there doing his gardening.
Yeah. Suit jacket, tech pack trousers on.
To be fair, I bought these in an 8.5, and they was too small, so I'll give them to my dad, and my dad rocks them down the pub and that now.
Sick.
So he's like the top G in the local conservative pub with his shark TNs on. I've recently got my medical license for marijuana.
Yeah. Nice.
So basically, I suffer with anxiety. I have night terrors, so I can't sleep. So medical marijuana vaping helps me not have nightmares. It keeps me calm, and if I ever do have a panic attack or anything like that, it sorts it out. I was just wanted to hear your views on what you think of that, and if it's a good thing that it's going that way.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. Like, I don't know. I think with some people it doesn't react very well.
Yeah.
But I think that is the minority. I think I smoked way too much, way too young. So I think maybe when my brain was developing, I was really high. So the anxiety, it can trigger anxiety in me, sometimes. But I also love getting high as well.
Yeah.
I have a weird relationship with it. But I think it's good. Like, why not? And also, like, our country needs money, you can tax it.
Trust me, stop taxing us as much then, can't
they? You tax it, make billions. And like, I don't know, man.
I just think there's so many people out there that it will benefit their lives, and the alcohol and other things out there that do so much more harm, and they're all legal. So I think it's it's a great thing that they are starting to.
I love the vapes because I feel I can control how high I get.
Yeah.
Like I have one bun. I always have a weed vape. I have one bun, and then give it 20 minutes. I have another one.
Yeah. So with the medical, you're not supposed. They don't give it you to smoke in a spliff as per se. I used to smoke. So with now, I have a vaporizer. I've got a big Volcano at home, and then I have a portable one with me.
Oh, like a PAX one.
Yeah, and it's sort of a lot. Not much of a whack in the face sort of thing. It's more of a I can deal with that what I feel now, and I can just crack on with. But
when you have a zoot with tobacco in it, it does something else, man.
Yeah,
it gives you like head rush, and you're high, and you're just buzzing out. Like because
you got the nicotine in there.
Yeah, and that makes you want more.
Yeah,
as well.
It does.
And especially you got that Cali tasty shit. And you're like, go on, have another one. Yeah, I used to love all that. I still do. Like I have one bun, be like.
Yeah,
but I couldn't bun a whole zoot anymore.
You got a son as well, haven't
you? Yeah.
I've got 2 young kids now as well, 2.5 and 1.5. So it obviously
You don't want to be smoking truncheons.
No, I don't. I sort of don't smoke until I get home. And then I put the kids to bed because I get back at 6:30. Kids go to bed. I get to see them before they go to bed.
Yeah, nice.
Have my dinner, kiss the wife, and then I'll go and have half an hour on my own just to relax and zone out and
that's nice.
Just relax, because sometimes with obviously having a business, you can't switch off, mate. Yeah, it's hard. I bet you're the same. You've got stuff here, there,
sometimes,
or there.
When I get home, I always need, before I go to bed, like an hour on like solitary. And that's just me sat in front of my iPad watching like YouTube conspiracy stuff or whatever.
It's decompressing.
Or a film, with my weed pen. Yeah. And then I'm ready to go.
Good to go.
Even if I get in at 3 a.m, I still do that.
Same.
I can't I don't know, before I get to sleep. I'm great at sleeping, but like I just feel like I need it to like
wind down a little bit. Yeah. Decompress.
Yeah, exactly. Defrag my computer brain and be like, okay, cool.
Is it hard to do that after you come back from like an event with the lads doing a show?
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, because it's weird because like I go to bed quite early now, like 10:30.
Yeah.
11 latest.
Yeah, pushing it.
And then I'm at like our set time's at 12 or 1, so I'm like knackered. And then we go out, and then it's high energy, adrenaline, and then basically just straight into a car. Like generally the driver, we use the same company, so we chat the whole way back. And then when I get home, I'm still wired. Yeah. Just chill for a bit.
Yeah. We were saying earlier about your recent pickups, but you're saying you haven't really picked up much, have you?
What have I bought recently? I take advantage of the low price of Supreme stuff at the moment, and like Palace bits on resale.
So you're taking advantage of the market.
Yeah, I mean, I got given this. This was like from a photo shoot where Nike gave us stuff.
That must be a good fucking part of the job.
Yeah, it's good when you get it. And then when it goes, you're like, oh, man.
I got to pay for that now.
Yeah, basically. But people change. Like the guy who was gifting you at one point has moved to somewhere else or gone further up. Yeah. Then a new guy comes in, and maybe he's not aware of what you do. And he's into like, I don't know, like drill. And then all the young drillers are getting it, and you're like not in the equation anymore. But that's fine.
Or these social media influencers now that are coming through.
Yeah, I feel like
that's big personalities, isn't there?
I feel that's a bit dead now. You know, people used to just get sent stuff. Like, I don't really see that anymore. I think like maybe Nike and Adidas and those guys might, they call it seeding. They might, give you some bits and get you to come in.
Oh, mate, it's all over TikTok. These TikTok influencers.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, unboxing what I got this week, and they've got 10 pairs of trainers.
Oh, wow.
All this new clothes from these brands. And
yeah, okay. Yeah, are Nike doing that, though?
Don't know if it's Nike. It's more like JD, Office,
Foot Locker.
Yeah, you get me, like places like that. I think not really from Nike, but
I get that.
There is
because they want to be on the algorithms.
Yeah, they want their name out there.
Yeah, I get that. That makes sense.
But some of these guys are making silly money, man, from TikTok. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Like a guy who was in People Just Do Nothing's a massive TikToking guy. Like he's massive anyway.
Oh yeah, do you know what? I watch his videos. He sells bear stuff on there,
innit? He's making money.
He's funny.
He's got a big house.
Yeah, he just moved into a new big one. I seen it on TikTok yesterday. Yeah.
Yes, George. Yeah, it's insane. I feel. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get.
But there's so many like. Yeah, there's so many like. I'm not going to say strange because who am I to say what's strange is and what strange isn't, but there's a lot of
weirdos.
No, I'm joking. There's a lot of fruity people on there doing different mad things, but people are watching it, so it's like
it's like that whole ASMR stuff like a few years ago was massive. Like
saying that.
There's that guy who eats things weirdly. I don't know his name. Devo or something. What? I don't know, he can't swallow when he eats. Like, he's massive now. I don't know, fuck knows. I do get it.
Evo, you know the rules.
No, that's him, yeah.
You know the rules.
I've only seen a couple, but it's a mad world.
The world is making the wrong people famous. Some people, wrong.
Well, it's weird because, like, there might be someone who's, I don't know, like worked really hard on a piece of art that's really good, and then there's a guy who can't swallow,
and he's getting 1 million views.
Yeah,
they're struggling to get 100 views and 3 comments.
But also, I kind of like that as well, because like when you look at, let's say, Chunks and Philly and those guys,
sick.
Yeah, they're sick, but they don't need none of these channels or Netflix, and they don't need it. Like they're making a great living, and it looks like they're having fun.
Yeah, man.
And that's good. Like I like to see that. They didn't go to a certain university or
They've come from the road at night, from the ghetto, whatever people. You want to call it, from the block, whatever.
Yeah. Seem normal.
But they do good content.
Yeah,
it's the people out there that do, like you said, not swallowing their food, and then there's people out there trying to do the good content, and it's getting overlooked.
Yeah, I think people think, I can do that, but I'm not saying you can't, but there's a lot that goes into it. Even probably early. I mean, I haven't watched early Chunk stuff.
Chunks was doing videos with his cousin in the kitchen at 3 a.m. doing impressions of people slapping each other's necks and stupid stuff like that.
But they had like a narrative, and they just went in as well. Like they were relentless.
So talk me through what your top 10, or let's do top 5 actually. 10 might be a bit jarring. Top 10 ever 95s that you own or you don't own, or just your top 5.
Neon number 1, I would say. Yeah, damn. I like the crystal blues.
Yeah.
Number 2, Gunsmokes. Yeah, I've got them. That's why I said it.
They're on your profile picture there.
Oh yeah,
that nice salmon 2-piece.
Yes,
nice.
Yeah, sometimes you have to do a big profile picture. I like. You know what ones no one really got, which I love, are the body part ones.
Which ones?
They're like they're just called the human body ones, and they're like pink.
So you had 3. They had the autonomy of air, which was the pink ones you're on about, which represents the blood and the veins of the body.
Sick.
Then there was a bone, which is like a glow in the dark.
Okay.
It's like neutral colours. Mm-hmm. And then there was a spine one, which is like autumn canvasy.
Okay.
So it was like a 3-pack.
Sick. Because I got those ones on sale.
Yeah, they went down to like, I think some place you get them for £101, or even cheaper than that maybe.
I went into a shop and was like, I nearly was like, I'm going to get 2 of these.
People asking 220s again from now.
Yeah, of course they are. I got these blue ones that were in JD like in winter. They're just ones? Like
black,
grey, maybe a bit of black, and then like this colour of blue.
Yeah.
Light blue. And I saw them online going for like 300. Huh? Yeah. They were like just JD standard. Yeah.
Correct. These ones as well come out recently.
I like those.
The grey jewels, I'll beat these up a bit. But these were going for 124 in the sale. You can't get a pair for less than 300 quid now.
That's mad. The original colour, like anything that looks like an original colourway.
Yeah, I think it's that suede as well, and that suede, and then the gradient. I think if they release that, because a lot of them don't come with the suede, do they? I think it just does it for me. My friend's
got the green. They're not
the turquoise.
Neon. They're like dark green,
like an emeraldy.
Yeah, they're sick.
The turquoise ones that come out recently as well, like the Tiffany coloured ones.
Yeah, I think that's the ones I got from JD. Maybe.
They're sick.
Yeah, I think so.
They're one of the best ones that have come out recently. I just took them on holiday. These are hard as well. The Japan exclusives.
Are they from Japan?
Yeah, Japan exclusives.
Oh, yeah. I was chatting to someone about these the other day. I can't remember who. Yeah, they're sick. Very sick. Yeah, they're nice.
Sorry, bro. I think you was on your third one, weren't you? So you had crystals. You had autonomy of airs.
Obviously the neons.
Yeah, the neons.
I'm stuck now. I just like the original looking colorway ones. Geez. Basically.
Yeah.
I like the ones that they might be Halloween with the eyeball on.
Yeah, nice pair.
They're cool.
Glow in the dark.
I like the Cortez ones, the green ones.
I think the green one was it suited, they matched the brand.
Yeah.
Like the colours he does, and
I feel they were the ones from that release.
Gutter greens.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah, but I just like the original looking ones, like anything that's close to the neon, really, or the crystal blues.
Apparently they're re-releasing these this year as well, the blue sharks.
Oh, so I've got them.
Yeah, they're hard. Them two are my favourite 2 ever shoes.
I like these as well. I've never seen these.
Top ones?
Yeah.
So they're hand painted, Bape camo customs.
Okay. Bape camo, yeah, now you said it. Oh, yeah.
Matt B, I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's blew up. He does a lot of work, like shows for JD, he's done work for Honda now.
Yeah, they're sick. The camo's sick. Very well done.
These are one of his early jobs though, because I just see they're all cracked. But it's all good with move.
These are cool as well.
Yeah, I think these are called the Greedies.
Greedies, yeah. Oh, I like the 95s.
The Greedies, the first ones.
Yeah, where they're all the different colours.
Oh, now the 3.0s they are.
They're sick.
So the first ones were sick. Second ones were shit. Third ones were good. Fourth one's a turd as well. They went on sale recently.
Yeah.
Like the Next Nature
Oh,
ones.
really?
Yeah, turd man.
Oh, man. These are cool as well. I like these. They look like sort
These?
of... Yeah.
Or the Tiffany's?
No, I like them both, but I like...
So these are 2012, I believe. No, 2014, London, England pack.
Sick.
So you got like the British flag, England, St George.
Yeah.
So I bust these, any World Cup, anytime England are playing, I bust these out of an England top on, yeah. I don't know why, because we've never fucking won anything, have we? So I probably shouldn't wear them.
I don't know, man. I know nothing about sport, unfortunately.
Are you not interested in sport at all?
No, but I encourage my son to play it, because I think it's good for kids.
Yeah.
I think when I was younger, I think, like, when your parents are trying to find stuff to keep you occupied.
Yeah.
I did a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then one day I was just watching football with my dad, and I was like, this is so boring. I don't like it anymore.
I never really liked watching football growing up. I always liked playing it, but I think, watching it as a kid is...
I'm really competitive, so, like, when it's a quality I don't like about myself, so... Like when I was playing football, I'd just be a bit of a prick, and like that's why I just stopped playing.
Didn't like that side.
Yeah, if I wasn't like the best, then I was like, I like to play with shit players.
So you're the best player.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't like playing with good players. Like when I started playing football with Steve, his older brother, I was like, fuck this.
Take it, Steve's not very good at football.
No, he's sick.
Oh, is he sick? Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck this. I don't want to play with these guys.
Do you know what? Similar story when I was a kid growing up. This is why I've never played computers. My cousin, must have been, I think at one point he was top 10 in the world on FIFA. Wow. Like that sick.
Yeah.
So he used to whack me like 25-0 and that. Never picked up a pad since, mate. It just
it's horrible.
Like scars you, don't it?
That's like playing football with those guys.
Yeah.
I had a friend, Josh, he was like it's pointless. Like, it was just not enjoyable. I was like, no, I don't want to do this.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Thank you anyway, bro. I think we've...
Yeah, sweet. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem.